Well, this past Tuesday, I had the opportunity to cover the X Factor Season 3 auditions in Charleston. 6,000 people flooding to the North Charleston Coliseum, all vying for their chance, folks, to win a $5 million recording contract from Sony Music. Joining me now is someone who auditioned on Tuesday, Kimberly Nutter from Lexington. Kimberly, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. It's so great to know that out of all those 6,000 people that were there, we had quite a number from the Midlands who were there. Okay, so let's get straight to it. We want to know the inside scoop. Once the doors opened up and all those sea of hopefuls went into the Coliseum, what happened next?
They basically told us to find our seats and pretty much stay in there until they could get everyone seated. That way they could go ahead and start pulling the people who needed to come down for their auditions.
So how did they pull you all down? I know when you all registered, you all were given
a wristband and our seat ticket number.
And so that's how they group a certain number together with the wristbands and the tickets together or so?
Well, they said the different wristbands had different meanings to them, as in, you know, if age-wise, whether it was a solo audition or if it was a group audition. So it's pretty much broke down into to their own little coding that they were aware of how that all fell into place.
So how exactly did you audition? Was it one-on-one? Was it with one of the executive producers? What did you see?
We were brought down in groups. We were put into separate different lines, and there was about 30 cubicles that were set up. And each cubicle had two. It was scouts that were there for the judges, and they asked us a few questions, a little bit basic background, and then we auditioned for them.
Wow. So when you auditioned, was it all together? Was it like, okay, first two people sing, next two people sing, or how did that work?
No, they brought us in one by one into each cubicle. So it was just us and you know, the scouts that were there, so it was just one basically on two.
Oh, wow. What song did you sing?
No Place That Far by Sarah Evans.
Oh, really? Okay, you want to give us a little something, or?
Maybe not.
Oh, come on. Okay. All right, so how did they break the news to you that you didn't advance to the next round?
They just basically, they didn't really beat around the bush. They were just like, this is not what we're looking for at this time. And, you know, they were very, you know, kind about it and encouraged us to try again.
Oh, wow. Okay, so at that point, you know, once you heard those words, you know, did you think to yourself, you'll try again, maybe another X Factor season or maybe American Idol or something else?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I found it to be, a great experience. We got to meet some, interesting people in the lines. And so it was quite entertaining, while we were waiting. So I would definitely, anybody that would want to do it, I encourage them to do that as well.
So did they tell you anything else, what to expect, when the season opens up in September? Did they say, watch out for this, look out for this, we'll be back in certain cities?
No, they didn't really get into any other information further than just what was taking place that day.
Oh, wow, that is pretty cool. So a great journey. So at least now you have it on your bucket list.
Absolutely.
I remember when you mentioned we were doing the interview live on Tuesday, one of the things to put down on your bucket list, so you could say, hey, I did this.
That's right.
After singing, how did you feel? Were you relieved? Were you like?
I actually was. I was ready to come back home to my kids. So, I wasn't, upset about it. It was just something that I went for, and I was glad that I did it. I have no regrets.
And at least you could show your kids, hey, it's never too old, or it's never too late to do something.
Absolutely.
Wow. Will you try a different song? Will you audition another time, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Maybe someone's watching who may not have advanced to the next level, or someone who wants to do this and they're like, that's too many people. What's the chance that I'll win? What do you want to tell them?
Absolutely go for it. I would rather go through life knowing that I tried and didn't, make it, instead of wondering and saying, well, if I would have tried, what would have happened? So absolutely go for it.
All right, Kimberly Nutter from Lexington, thank you so much for being here this morning. Really appreciate it.